Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Prebell with William O'Neill India. My name is Rajashekar Kongari, Equity Research Analyst, part of MarketSmith India team. The disclaimer for this podcast for any webinars which we conduct is registration granted by SEBI, membership of VASL, and certification from NIFM. In no way guarantee performance of the intermediary or provide any assurance of returns to investors. Investments in securities market are subject to market risk. Read all the related documents carefully before investing. Here is the Nifty's daily chart taken from our website. As most of you are aware, Nifty has been trading at a new all-time highs, which is a very positive sign for investors across the markets. Or not just with the Nifty, broader market indices, Nifty mid cap and Nifty small cap, which we track, are also trading at new all-time highs, which is a very positive sign. So the current ongoing rally is very constructive. It is not just restricted to one or two sectors. It is more of broad-based rather than a more concentrated, or it is more of a broad-based rather than a less concentrated rally. And during this rally, the volume has also been picked up in the Nifty. You can see most of the blue bars are above average, indicating good amount of accumulation. And during this small correction or sideways movement, volume dried up, a very positive sign in terms of accumulation and distribution parameter. And currently, Nifty, as it is trading at new all-time highs, it is clearly trading at key moving averages. And if you look at last week's action, it was slightly more volatile. You can see, especially this candle that is on Wednesday. Nifty made a new all-time high, but on the closing basis, it closed near the day's low, and the volume was also above average. Uh, Considering this, we have considered this day as a distribution day. Currently, distribution day count is at 2. After which there are two sessions, Thursdays and Friday sessions are closed in the positive territory, but the magnitude of gains are not as much higher as the fall it had on the Wednesday. So Nifty still has to take this point to make a new all-time high. Coming to distribution back, we are at distribution day count of 2. And if there is a further accumulation of distribution days to 3 or 4 or 5, and if Nifty breaches its 21 DMA, then we'll turn cautious in terms of adding stocks to portfolio. And coming to model portfolio, we have good amount of adequate number of stocks already existing in portfolio. If there is any stock moving sideways or underperforming, we'll consider them we exit them, and we'll move on to stocks which are breaking or which are leading in the current market. Next, moving on to key news section. UPL's board has approved raising funds up to 4,200 crores of rupees by issuing equity shares on right issue basis. Tata Steel shareholders will meet in the next month, January 25th, to consider amalgamation of Tata Steel with the Indian Steel and Wire Products Company. Zydus Life Sciences has initiated to the exchanges that the US FDA has concluded inspection at its company's manufacturing site in Ahmedabad, and US FDA has come up with 6 observations, so that stock might be under radar in the today's trading session. Reliance Industries and Walt Disney has come up or signed a non-binding term sheet to merge their Indian media operations. And under this merger, after this merger, Reliance will own this in 50% of the entity, and the remaining 41%, 49% will be held by Disney. Muthoot Microfinance Company will list on the exchanges today, and the issue price has been fixed at 291 rupees per share. In the Friday session, FIIs have sold heavily. They have sold more than 2,800 crores of rupees of equity shares in the Indian market, whereas domestic institutional investors were net buyers. They bought more than 2,100 crores of equities in the Indian market. Overall, on the institutional front, net is on the selling side, but retail investors and domestic institutional investors have given good support for the Indian market on the Friday session. Global update, although it was on the that US market was trading on the December 22nd and a long 3-day weekend overall globally because of Christmas. There will be less impact on the today's trading session, but still, if you look at US market closing on the Friday, Dow Jones closed in the flat and S&P Nasdaq closed in the positive territory. Asian markets are trading are also mostly on the flat with negative bias. The Nikkei and Kospi almost flat, whereas the Shanghai is trading with a decline of 0.6%. GIFT Nifty is also indicating a slightly positive opening for the Indian market, but let's going by the global cues, we can say mostly it will be a muted opening, and during the session also we might see a muted action on the index front. For the chart of the day, we picked Bank of Baroda. This has been in our watch list, and currently it is trading in the ideal buy range of its stage 2C base. Except for price strength, most of the parameters are looking very good. Chart is also looking very good. I can see base formation has been very good. Let me annotate again. During the base formation, if you look at this area, especially that stock coming down and moving sideways, the volume has dried up completely. And during the right side of the base formation, moving when the stock is moving higher, the volume has also picked up, indicating good amount of accumulation. These are the signs of a good base pattern. But after breaking out, the volume has not been higher, and there is no follow-up momentum which is required for the stock to come out of this range and move towards the profit booking range. That is the reason RS Lighting is also slightly underperforming when compared to the overall market. EPS rating is very strong at 96. That is majorly because of company's strong earnings and sales. For the last 4 to 5 quarters, you can see consistently 30 to 40% growth in terms of sales. And in the bottom line, we have observed 90-100% of growth on the EPS front as well. Number of funds section has also seen very good improvement for the company. Last 4 quarters, the company has attracted new funds consistently, a very positive sign. So, considering all these factors into our consideration, we have included this into our buy watch list. Definitely a very good contender for adding to portfolio. If you are looking for any fresh additions or if you have any capital which is idle, you can consider this stock for adding. Thanks for joining today's pre-bell, and we have a small announcement. Today at 4:30, we have a special webinar, year-end webinar, which will be held by Mr. Our head of research, Mahesh Joshi, and Vivek Mishrani, who is a Techno Funda investing founder and CEO. And this webinar will be starting at 4:30 in the evening. And Raju, can you please put the link in the chat box so that people will know the link to register? I will be sending a Zoom link. You can, if you have time, please make time for this session. We hope it will be a very fruitful session for everyone who joins this session. Thanks for joining, everyone. Have a good trading session.